that the benefits of tax reform go to the middle class.
You did everything you were told would work. You got the degree. You got the job. You show up 5 days a week. Maybe you even added a side hustle, not to get rich, just to stay afloat. And yet, it still feels like you're falling behind. On paper, you're more successful than your parents ever were. In real life, your bank balance hits zero every month. That's not laziness. It's not bad choices. It's a system quietly designed to keep you paying forever. Even if you stopped working tomorrow, the world wouldn't collapse. It would just keep billing you rent, subscriptions, insurance, interest. The middle-class life your grandparents enjoyed, buy a home, save, retire comfortably, is gone. Decades of policies, unions, and high taxes once made it possible. Today, that path is blocked. Back in 1960, most Americans could buy a home with ease. Housing was affordable, mortgage rates were low, and homeownership felt like a step toward freedom. Today, millions are locked into mortgages around 3%. On paper, that seems lucky. But try moving for a better job, bigger space, or a new city, and you're forced to trade that 3% for something closer to 8%. That's $2,000 more a month. Just in interest. Same walls. Same life. $24,000 a year gone. The result? People don't move. They turn down promotions. Reject opportunities. Not because they're comfortable, but because leaving feels like financial suicide. While families stay trapped, large investment firms step in and buy the starter homes the middle class used to own. Slowly, the shift completes. We're not becoming homeowners. We're becoming permanent tenants, paying mortgages we'll never fully benefit from. There was a time when paying off a car, a house, or a tool meant freedom. Once debt was gone, your money belonged to you. Today, almost everything is subscription-based. Cars, software, home security, even appliances, all rent, all recurring payments. Look at a modern bank statement. Dozens of small charges quietly draining hundreds, sometimes over $1,000 a month. Individually harmless. Together, devastating. Ownership has been replaced with permission. If you stop paying, it doesn't break, it just stops working. This isn't luxury. This is modern life. And because you never finish paying, you never build surplus. You don't feel poor, but you never feel free. We were told automation would replace low-skill jobs. That story is outdated. In 2026, automation targets the middle. Junior analysts, entry-level designers, mid-management roles. Companies can now hire one person with AI tools to do the work of 10. The ladder still exists at the top and bottom, but the middle rungs, the stepping stones, are being removed. You're not just competing with other people anymore. You're competing with systems that don't need salaries, benefits, or sleep. Even good insurance isn't enough anymore. Deductibles and out-of-pocket costs are so high that one emergency can erase years of savings. People stay in jobs they hate, not because they want to, but because losing insurance feels riskier than losing their future. Medical debt has quietly become the largest invisible tax on the middle class. You're not one bad day away from being sick. You're one bad day away from being broke. If you're in your 30s or 40s, here's another pressure. You're squeezed from both sides. Children, childcare costs can exceed your mortgage. Parents, longer lives, higher medical costs, less government support. Step away from work and you destroy your future earning power. Stay in work and every extra dollar disappears into care. The buffer your grandparents had, the ability to absorb shocks, is gone. All these traps exist under one massive, invisible weight, $38 trillion in U.S. debt. As interest payments grow, governments have three options: raise taxes, cut services, print money. All three quietly erode the middle class. Working harder doesn't help. Your money buys less. You pay more. Systems work worse. Step back far enough and a pattern emerges. The old economy was wide in the middle. Today, the middle is shrinking. At the top, asset owners. At the bottom, renters of everything. The home your grandparents bought, it's nearly impossible to replicate today. Back in the 1950s, low interest rates and government programs made starter homes accessible. Now, prices are higher, rules are stricter, and moving for a better job can feel like financial suicide. Some people navigate this by thinking differently. Smaller markets, creative financing, or shared living spaces. The key isn't owning a house. It's finding leverage in a system stacked against you. Everything today feels rented. Cars, software, even your appliances. If you stop paying, it stops working. Some quietly fight back. They focus on what truly matters and avoid paying for what doesn't. It seems small, but over time, these tiny shifts give people more freedom than money alone ever could. Middle-level jobs are disappearing fast. Automation and AI are not just replacing low-skill work. They're eating the middle rungs of the ladder. The people who thrive aren't working harder, they're finding roles machines can't replace, or using AI as a tool instead of a competitor. Skills, creativity, and flexibility are the new currency. Medical costs, childcare, aging parents. These aren't just life challenges. They're traps that quietly drain your money and options. Some cope by planning ahead, but others simply accept it as inevitable. The difference? Awareness. Recognizing these pressures lets you see opportunities others miss, even in a system designed to keep the middle class squeezed. The middle class isn't shrinking because people are lazy. It's shrinking because the old rules no longer exist. Working harder isn't enough. Paying more doesn't guarantee freedom. But you can survive and even thrive if you think strategically, leverage your skills and capital, reclaim ownership wherever possible. The American dream isn't dead. The manual was rewritten, and the people winning today are the ones playing by the new rules. If you gain something from this, like this video and subscribe.